Do you think the theme of the painting is important for Cezanne?
I think yes. I think he worked on different subjects all his life, and I think it makes total sense to group an exhibition like we did in subjects, still lifes and landscapes and portraits.
But when he is painting the apple, he doesn't care about apples, like he doesn't really care about the physique of his wife, in a way.
Yes, because the subject is painting. It's not portraiture or still lifes, it's painting. It's all about painting and how painting functions.
And you didn't put much portrait, in fact.
Well, we did one room with, I think, that's 6 portraits, and we have some self-portraits, and we have the car players, so there are portraits around, but it's not the main focus. I think the main focus of the last years is really landscape.
And what did you want to show? What was your demonstration about this exhibition?
My idea is, I really wanted to show why he is so important as the founder of modern art. I wanted to show how he works, how he sort of translates the sensation colorante into taches, into these color spots, and how he constructs, how his method is to construct a painting with these colored spots, and how much this is revolutionary in his time. And that's...
So you focused on the late years, above all?
Yes, I focus on the late years, when he has just found his way, the propre voie, as he calls it.
So what?
The proper. He says at one point, "Je suis le primitif de ma propre voie." I'm the first one who has found the way which I found, the way I found.
But what is his own voice?
Well, his own way is to free color and painting from the need to represent anything. He's just freeing art from traditions, from central perspective, from
beauty,
right anatomy, from a very sort of questionable idea of beauty.
Yes, but how can a guy living in the lost Provence, alone, all these years, can create modernity?
Yes, because he always had contacts to Paris. I mean, it's very influential that he went to school with Émile Zola, and
Oui.
Émile Zola went to Paris, and he tried to have success in Paris, but that never happened. He was always disappointed, very disappointed. Always returned to Aix-en-Provence, but in the end, he had Voila, and Voila made this fantastic exhibition
Yes.
in 1895, and then he was very avant-garde, and then he had avant-garde collectors, and became quite famous.
Yeah, but did Zola have an influence on his creation, really?
I think...
Because when he becomes modern, he doesn't speak anymore to Zola.
That's right, but I think it's just it's the other way around. Zola, the promoter of money and décadence and all that, influences him and criticizes him a lot. Cezanne was very much criticized by Zola, and Cezanne just does the opposite, and that's why Zola is very important for him, I think.
In terms of reaction?
Yes,
It's a reaction to Zola?
Yes.
That's
In
interesting. From
many
what
ways.
years?
Well, we are talking about the late 60s, 70s. I think the novel by Zola, L'œuvre, was published in 86, where he sort of criticized, or he described a painter who hanged himself at the easel, and everyone knew that Cezanne was meant. But I think that. Well, and then he meets Pissarro. Meeting Pissarro is very important in the 70s. And Pissarro introduces him to outdoor painting and sort of brings him away from this idea of romanticism and realism and Manet and Courbet and all these
Pissarro
people.
is more important as a theoretician than as a painter, in fact.
In a way, for him, yes. And they paint together, and then Cezanne breaks free from Impressionism. I mean, the reason why I took part in 2 of the Impressionist exhibitions was Pissarro. Pissarro introduced him to this circle, but he breaks away and does his own thing. And then he sort of finds his, it's like an inner compass, you know, he had this aim, and he's sort of, he's very concentrated on this aim. He's not deterred by anything.
And what is the concept about unfinished finished?
I think the idea of freeing the painting from anything, any meaning or any idea of any need to represent something, and sort of and the way to sort of construct the picture, the image as such, can't ever be finished. It's a process, and we as viewers are invited to get involved. I think this is very revolutionary, if you like.
Very much. So
Very much.
you use the white of the canvas or of the paper,
Yes,
right?
Yes. It's a very bold statement.
But where does it come from?
Good question. I think this is something he found out himself. I mean, there are these non finito ideas in the Renaissance, but I think
Yes, very much in Italian Renaissance.
yes, very much. But I
Do you think he studies that?
Yes, he does. He always studies Le Louvre and he's always interested in old art. But I think in this case it's more special. It's like the car players. You have these 2 car players, and normally you need 3 car players to really play a game. And there's 1 car player missing, and that's us. And the viewers. The viewers are missing. They are. And you're actually allowed to look 1 car players in the car.
But why do we need a 3rd card player? It depends on the game, no?
It depends on the game, but I think what is it called in France? Boulotte.
Boulotte.
Is I think a game for 3.
Okay, because he has something about unbalance in
Yes.
in all his composition.
Yes.
For example, the apples are about to fall, right?
Yes, exactly. All the apples fall, and he sort of he creates environments where the viewer is needed to get involved. I mean, on first sight, the nature morte looked very conventional in a way, but if you get involved, then you see there's a lot going on. That's a lot of
Yes.
chaotic.
You want people
color.
to participate to the unbalance.
Yes.
So
I
you think the card player is the same, and the fact that he make unfinished work is
Yes.
the same?
Yes, I think this is.
And what about motion? Because I think it comes from the country of Mistral, the wind,
Yes.
local wind.
Yes.
And in many of his landscape, you have an illusion of Mistral in the
Yes.
leaves.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think of that?
I think especially if you look at the watercolors, and you see that he sort of tries, not tries, but he's giving many contours. Or there's one small painting of bathers, a Benya. You see that he works on the contour of the figures, and he sort of repeats the contour. That includes a lot of emotion, like the wind is blowing and sort of.
So because the motion is also an obsession of modernity, right?
Yes. Yes.
And did you discover something very important in this show you did not realize before?
But in general, I knew that he was important, but I didn't realize that he was that important, and that he really was a game changer.
And is there one painting which is a game changer for you?
It's a combination of 2 paintings. The first, the self-portrait on the easel with a very strange eyes, because he's at one point talking about l'œil paresseux, the sort of the lazy eye, and meaning that if he looks at an arm, for example, and is interested in the arm, then he paints it bigger, so the eye is lazy. It sort of rests on the arm, and he paints it bigger. And if you combine that with this wonderful boy in the red vest, with this very, very long arm, far too long arm, but it's this most beautiful painting, then you see what he meant. He just sort of changes the whole attitude of exactness, of beauty, of
But it was done before. Ingres did it, for example.
yes. But I think he is at the end of the 19th century, at the end of all this idea of decadence in art. He's really the one who does it totally new. For Picasso, who said he's the father for the world.
Yes, everyone is repeating that now.
Yes.
But is he decadent?
No, not at all. I think he really tries to find something totally new and goes back to sort of to the sources of to a totally new beginning, sort of to an Arcadia of painting beyond Renaissance.
Merci.
You know, this is a very long.
Sure.
Everything is wrong in this painting, if you like, but I think it's totally right, and it's a very emotional, fantastic portrait. And there was a German painter called Max Liebermann. He said, "It's so beautifully painted, the arm can't be long enough." You see, and you see the white, and you always think this must be a letter, but it's just white color. So he's alluding to the old tradition of melancholic persons in painting in art history.
So he wants us to focus on the arm.
And on the ear. It's 3 times as big as the real ear. And this is fantastic. It's just his lazy eyes, this eye is fantastic. I make it a little bigger. And the result
me, I'm
is,
focusing on the red.
yeah, then on the red, and then he's painting white, but it's not white. It's
blue.
It's a many colors. It's a lot of colors, and this is the length of the arm. And the result is the most beautiful painting of an adolescent boy you can think of.
Merci, monsieur.